The change comes about, in fact, because people thought it's easier to answer the one question than the other. Easier to answer the question, is it rational to believe in God, than the question whether there is such a person. And I think a lot of people do adopt the following attitude. They're inclined to say, well, I don't know whether there's such a person as God or not. That's pretty hard. That's beyond my pay grade or something like that. But I do know this, it's not rational or reasonable or whatever to believe in God because there's not adequate evidence, something like that. And I guess it's that attitude that I was attempting to counter or to argue against.
Well, I understand that, but my question wasn't actually about those people, but just about the way the issue of theism needs to be treated philosophically. And it sounds as if the question is harder than ever, given your view.
Well, I mean, what is it to treat it philosophically? To treat sense perception philosophically, for example, one way to treat it is you assume that it in fact gives us reliable information and so on, and then you look at things from that perspective and answer other questions about it from that perspective. The same thing is what I think Christian or theistic philosophers should do with respect to belief in God. It's not that such a person necessarily is obliged to try to prove that there is such a person as God, but rather, just like anybody else, she or he can start from the idea that from the central belief she or he's got, and then look at the rest of things from that perspective. It's not that a philosophical approach to the question would be first to try to prove or give good reasons of one sort or another for